Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very good morning to everyone. Professor Dr. Sheikh Farid Abdul Wahab, current president of the College of Emergency Physicians, Datu Dr. Al-Zamani, next president, College of Emergency Physicians, Datu Dr. Mahathir Wahab, current head of Service of the Emergency Medicine of Malaysia, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and salam sejahtera and a good day to everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me to say a few words on at this conference. I wish I could be physically present here today. Unfortunately, time and circumstances have deprived me of the pleasure of your company. Nevertheless, it is indeed a privilege to be able to share some thoughts with the future generations of Malaysians hailing from the emergency medicine fraternity. Ladies and gentlemen, for this occasion, I am asked to share the secrets of my longevity. Indeed, 97 is considered as extended age by any standards, though we all know that there are others whose age have gone long beyond that. I cannot speak for the others. On my part, I, however, have to say sorry and disappoint you because I actually have no secret to share with you on how to reach my age. There is no elixir or some special diet. Neither do I undergo regular blood transfusion. I was told that that is one of the theories being branded among some people as to how I managed to live this long. To my mind, what has made me able to continue living now is the result from a practice based on logic, common sense, and determination to have a purposeful life. Key to this logic is avoiding excesses in every aspect of life, meaning there is no overeating or overindulgence. Now, when I was a boy, my mother told me that when the food tastes nice, stop eating. This is something different from what others practice. They normally eat more when the food is nice, but I was told by mother that I should stop eating when the food is tasty. Later on, I went to study medicine in Singapore, and one of the things I did there was to weigh myself. At the Cathay Cinema at that time, there was a weighing machine, and that weighing machine spits out a card on which my weight was printed. But beyond that, there was also a slogan, and the slogan sounds, weight control is health control. Now, I then remember that my mother's advice actually meant that I should control my weight. I should not be fat and heavy because that would impose a lot of strain on my heart. And so, from then onwards, I was careful about my weight, and I tried to keep it low, and I should not grow fat. Now, being fat, of course, puts a strain on the heart, having to pump blood all over this very big body that a fat person has. But in my case, I kept my weight down, and for the last 40 years, for example, my weight was around 60 to 62 kilos only. And I have kept that weight well, and I think that contributed to my being quite healthy. Still, I did have heart attacks, and nowadays, of course, there are many procedures to help you overcome heart attacks. So I survived because I was not overeating, not growing fat, but ensuring that my heart is not strained by the fatness of my body. At the same time, of course, I was lucky in that I rejected smoking. Very early, as a boy, I tried to smoke, but I found it unpleasant, and I decided that I shouldn't waste my money on cigarettes. I also do not drink alcohol. I think these two contribute because, as we all know now, smoking will cause cancer of the throat and lungs. And of course, drinking alcohol to a certain extent will affect the liver. There will be cirrhosis of the liver and maybe even cancer of the liver. So because I avoided both smoking and drinking, I believe it helped me avoid getting cancer of the throat and lungs as well as of the liver. So that contributed to my health. Beyond that, of course, I have always practiced moderation in my way of life. I do not get overexcited about things, and I do not go to extreme in anything that I do. I try to be moderate and to be more calm and not get excited too much. This also helps, I think, with my blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure, and because of that, the body functions is much better than if otherwise. When people get high blood pressure, they get all sorts of other problems. Of course, high blood pressure will eventually lead to a shorter life. So beyond that, of course, I believe that a healthy mind in a healthy body is very important. Now, how do we keep our minds healthy? It is by being active in using one's brain. I read, I write, I argue, I talk, I debate. I do all these things which keeps my mind busy, thinking and remembering things. And this, I think, is very good for the brain. And I believe that it allows you to be sensible even in old age, because there is a tendency for old people to lose control over their behavior, and this is because of the loss of control over the mind. The mind should be stimulated all the time, just as the body should be stimulated through exercise, through physical activities. To keep the muscles strong, one has to continue to be active in life even when reaching a very advanced age. This enables you to keep your body strong and healthy. On the other hand, most people feel that old people should just lie down and rest. If they do that, they lose the strength of their muscles. And of course, if they don't think, they don't read, they don't write, and they don't use their brain, the brain too suffers from the same regression. So all these things combined enables you to function normally as if you are free from diseases. But of course, you are not totally free. You may get colds and other minor ailments, but the body is much more able to counter these minor ailments. So because of that, you have a healthy mind in a healthy body. That is what I believe in, and until old age, I have remained very active, both physically as well as mentally, and this has enabled me to function as if I am well all the time. And indeed, I am much more healthy than most people, although this does not mean that I do not get heart diseases or other minor ailments. But today's medicine enables us to function quite well because they know how to treat even heart diseases. And it's only in case one gets cancer that one has to succumb to the stress caused by cancer, and eventually, of course, one will pass away perhaps much earlier. So these are the few things that I think we should practice. Be moderate in everything, in your consumption of food, in your consumption of alcohol, don't smoke at all, and also keep the body and mind active all the time. And if you do that, you will remain active and able to function as if you are free from any disease. Of course, if you are not free from disease, your life will not be very long. But generally, with good behavior in terms of moderation, I believe that it will contribute towards a good life. I hope that this little talk by me would enable people to understand the need to be moderate in everything that you do in life, because that is the secret, if there is any secret at all, to longevity. I thank you for this opportunity to speak to this group of doctors and others who are interested in longevity. Thank you.